All right, hello, cats and kittens. We are currently in the queue for our Ul'dah playthrough, and we're going to be. I'm going to be reading through all the non-voiced dialogue. Okay, obviously the voice actors are phenomenal. We're going to let them do their, amazing voice acting. And enjoy them because they're just so talented. And I really appreciate all the hard work they put into bringing these characters to life. But not all of the dialogue is voiced. So what's not voiced, I will read. Mostly to help people who aren't able to see the tinier print really well on the screen. And partly because it's just kind of fun. So. Obviously, I don't make any claims to being a great voice actress by any stretch of the imagination. So you'll have to bear with me, but I'm hoping that people who aren't able to see the tiny print really well will actually get some benefit from my reading it to you, right? And my folks who don't like to read, my dyslexic friends, appreciate having the oral version. All right. I reset my UI and rearranged it so how you can do that by going to HUD layout. Okay. I don't think the default is Control U. I think I remapped that, but this is where you can move all of your elements around. I would check all of this. Okay. The biggest thing you want to do here is change this target info bar. You want to split it out, all right, to all of its elements. So it's by default not that way, all right? And the reason you want that is you want this target info progress bar somewhere where you can see it very easily. This is when you have a boss monster targeted, this is where you're going to see him casting his skill, okay? And that can help you a lot for getting out of the way of danger, right? But I have things rearranged a lot because I'm left-handed, and it's just so much easier for me to have things oriented in a way that works with my particular computer setup. And I like to have as big an area to see my monsters as possible so I can get out of the way. And to have elements like, the target cast bar up and available. All right. You'll see a lot of icons on the side here. They're for utility for me, like user macros, minion guide. This is from, mini pets, mounts if I want to have mounts. I got different ones on the bar. They're grayed out because I don't have them on this tune. Okay. I have sprint and I have boot shine. What does that one do? Delivers an attack with a potency of 180. Gives you Oppo form bonus. Guarantees a crit hit. Damage dealt is increased when under an effect that raises critical hit rate. Okay. Changes form to Raptor. Alright, now the first thing we have to do is... Oh, don't be like that, friend. I promise I'll make it worth your while. We can't go anywhere until we talk to Wyman. We literally just got into the city after the cutscene here. And you can see, if you want, you can run around. Oh, don't be like that, friend. I promise I'll make it worth your while. Okay. He's not going to let me go in here. Oh, I didn't realize that you could, hold both mouse buttons down and use that to actually run. But I usually use an arrow key. Because I remap from WASD to my arrow keys because I'm left-handed. I mouse with the left and I do key binding stuff with my right. All right. Okay, we got to talk to Wyman. To be recognized as an adventurer in the city-state of Ul'dah, you must register yourself with the Adventurers Guild. Okay. It's plain to anyone with eyes that you don't know your way around here. If I let you go wandering off down the nearest dark alley, you're certain to get mugged or worse, and I don't want that on my conscience. It's good. It's good. I mean, I'm glad you're helping me so you can sleep at night, Wyman. So before you do anything else, you'll want to head over to the quicksand and speak with Momodi. She's the master of the Adventurers Guild and can set you on the right path. Just take those steps over yonder and pass through the double doors. You'll find her inside. And that's as much as you're getting for free. Good luck with the adventure and adventurer. Thanks, Wyman. You have begun a quest. Use the duty list to help you complete your task. Okay, when accepting a quest, the current objectives will appear under the quest title in the duty list on the right side of the screen. Okay, you can change that positioning too. A maximum of 5 quests can be displayed at once. Excuse me. Clicking on the title will open the quest in your journal, allowing you to review objectives and rewards. All right. So if I click on that, it'll bring it up. Wyman suggests that you speak with Quicksand Proprietress Momodi before you begin exploring. All right. I don't think I literally can do anything else, actually. Nanamuko? If you're looking to mingle with folk from all over, then the quicksand is the place for you. Okay, cool. I think it's time I replace my tired old one. Since we have the Alchemist Guild right here in Ul'dah, I might even treat myself to one of those more expensive custom-made types. Cool. Complete a quest by right-clicking the NPC with the check mark. The green check mark displayed with above his or her head. Completing quests will earn you a variety of rewards from items and guild to experience points. All right. Why, hello there. Who might you be? If you're looking to join the Adventurers Guild, you've come to the right place. Name's Momodi, and I own this fine establishment, if it please you. I also manage the Adventurers Guild here in Ul'dah, so you might say that looking after green adventurers like yourself is my vocation. And lucky for you that it is. Without someone like me to steer you right, you'd soon find yourself out in the middle of nowhere, caught up in business you don't understand. Like our conflict with the Ul'dah, for example. They've been plaguing the Sultanate for nigh on, forever now. Then there's the Garlean Empire. No one can say for sure what they're plotting these days, only that they are. Nice view of the dancing girls, okay. Aye, the people drink and make merry, but beneath it all, there's a worry. Worry and a lingering feeling of loss. And little wonder it's scarce been 5 years since the lesser moon cracked open like a giant egg, releasing an abomination intent on turning the realm into an 8th hell. So much was lost in the blink of an eye. 'Twas like the end of the world had come at last. But then things begin to get foggy. Everyone's got their own version of what happened next, some of them 2 or 3. You'd think people would remember something like that, but the fact is, they don't. Nobody does. There is one thing the survivors agree on, though, the part played by a band of adventurers who laid down their lives for a realm that wasn't their own. They fought valiantly, and like so many others, they never returned. Deeds worth remembering, I'm sure you'll agree. It's just a shame our recollections of those brave heroes are as jumbled as those of the calamity itself. Whenever we try to call their faces to mind, it's like they're standing between us and the midday sun, permanently silhouetted. I'll bet that sounds poetic to you, doesn't it? Well, it's not. It's bloody infuriating. But even if we can't remember them, we'll not let them be forgotten, so we call them the Warriors of Light. and they'll forever stand as a shining example of what adventurers can achieve. That's why I welcome new arrivals like yourself to our fair city. All I ask is you lend a helping hand and try to leave Ul'dah in a better state than when you found her. If you can promise that, I'll be happy to let you join the guild. All right then, a promise is a promise now. She's so spunky. I'm counting on your help to put the past behind us. We need people working and spending and bickering like the old days. Bickering like the old days. I love it. And a happy and prosperous Ul'dah means more business for the quicksand, too. Any road, let's make this official. Go ahead and write your name in the register neat as you can. They don't want to ask me that one. Gav Tia. Well, ain't that a charming name? Just rolls off the tongue, it does. All right, Mr. Tia, on behalf of the Adventurers Guild, I officially... Please, sir, be merciful. 12 is my witness. I swear to you, I'll bring you the money. In the East, it is said that even a merciful god might be driven to vengeance if thrice blasphemed. Be grateful you were given a fourth chance to offend. You two attend to the scum. No, please, mercy. Well, ain't that a sorry sight? Nor an uncommon one, if I'm honest. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, I doubt you'll end up like him. Just the same, if you ever need a bit of advice about one thing or another, pay me a visit. Just don't go bothering me every time you stub your bloody toe, all right? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's woes with the womenfolk from time to time. Any road, welcome to Ul'dah, Gav. Take a moment to catch your breath, and I'll teach you a little bit about our fair city. Complete. This concludes the introductory game tutorial. You've taken the first step as an adventurer in the city of Ul'dah. Listen well to the wisdom of Momodi Modi, then go forth and discover the incredible adventures that await you. Ooh, I leveled up. All right. MSQ. Main scenario quest. MSQ. Important quests used to tell the story of Eorzea and her people are called main scenario quests. These tasks are easily distinguishable from others by their unique icon. It's dark blue with an exclamation point in it and flames surrounding it. So these are the ones you always want to do. You can't advance the story without doing them. Quest with this icon, we call them blue quest, as opposed to the MSQ. The MSQ ones are always called MSQ for main scenario quest. The blue, the exclamation point inside a blue icon is called a blue quest in-game. Quests that use this icon indicate a task or series of tasks that are tied to new duties or features you have yet to unlock. A lot of blue quests are important to do, not all of them. Scenario guide. That's a HUD element. Okay, I've got it in my upper right corner here. Indicates the next available quest in the MSQ. It also displays the next available quest for your currently equipped job or class. Right below it says Way of the Pugilist. That tells me I have a job quest along with an MSQ. Okay. By selecting the scenario guide, you can confirm where these quests are located on the map. Right. I have no quests. Okay. Momodi wants to talk to me. All right. Momodi, the proprietress of the Quicksand, wants you to perform 3 tasks that will help you learn the fundamentals of adventuring. Before you go charging off to find your fortune, I have a few basic tasks I'd like you to perform so to help you get to know the place. First of all, I want you to visit the Aetheryte Plaza. To get there, head west from here till you reach Emerald Avenue, then look to the north. You should see a giant floating crystal called an Aetheryte. If it weren't for Aetherites, traveling around Eorzea would be a damn sight more troublesome than it is. Of course, you'll still need to attune with them before you can use them, so be sure to do that with the one in the plaza. You ever tuned with an Aetherite before, Gav? If not, just lay your hand on the thing and you'll see what I mean. When you've done that, I want you to pay a visit to the Pugilist Guild over at the Platinum Mirage. Assuming those weapons of yours ain't just for show, you might consider training there. And finally, I want you to visit the Sapphire Avenue Exchange over on the steps of Thal. Goods from all over Eorzea and beyond turn up there every day. You'll have no trouble finding armor, weapons, or anything else a fledgling adventurer like yourself might need. You might say that everything's for sale here in Ul'dah as long as you've got the guild. Just make sure as you don't pay more than you ought, Gav. There's plenty as won't scruple to swindle unsuspecting foreigners like yourself, especially if they think no one's looking out for their best interests. Which is why I'm giving you this letter. When you visit the exchange, find a gentleman named Cesaroga and give it to him. He'll be happy to tell you about the markets once he's read it. In short, then, is that the Aetheryte Plaza, the Pugilist Guild, and the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Simple. Oh, but before you go, a word of advice. While there's more than a few unsavory characters out there who'll try to take advantage of you, there are also some honest-to-goodness problems who you should consider offering a helping hand to. A lot of folk are lured to the city by the promise of wealth and power. What many of them fail to realize is that instead of chasing after gil the moment they get here, they ought to be making friends. Let it be known that you're willing to give as much as you get, and opportunities will come your way. Speaking of which, you should speak with the smith over yonder. Those lads always have some good advice for up-and-coming adventurers. Otherwise, that's about it for me. It's past time you got going. Oh, and let me know when you're finished, will you? That way I won't spend my days worrying that you're down to your small clothes without a kill to your name. Small clothes are underwear. Main menu. Main menu event grants quick and easy access to most of the game's main features. Under the character button opens a window containing your character's various attributes and currently equipped gear. Selecting journal under duty displays a list of current completed quests and leave quests. If you want to customize the game's various settings, including key binding, HUD layout, system configuration, they all can be accessed via system. Select active help to redisplay these tutorial messages. Game progress is saved automatically. You don't have to worry about saving a game. So there are no in-game save or load functions. However, to prevent data from being lost or corrupted, it is strongly recommended that you end each playing session by selecting log out or exit game from the system menu. Sanctuaries. A crescent moon, by this bar here, I moved my experience bar up top, will appear to the right of your XP bar when you enter a sanctuary. While in the special area, you will accrue a rested bonus. The bonus will continue to grow even if you are offline. It's kind of handy. All experience earned through battle, crafting, gathering, while under the benefit of the rested XP bonus, or rested bonus will be increased by 50%, which is kind of handy. Your current rested bonus is displayed on top of your XP bar. The dark orange bar shows how much more experience can be earned before the bonus fades. If the bar is blue, it indicates your bonus will carry over to the next level. Inns in cities as well as various outposts and settlements are classified as sanctuaries. To maximize your experience earning potential, make it a habit to always log out in one of these areas. So we are in a sanctuary right now. I talked to the smith. It's navigation. Pressing M on your keyboard, selecting the minimap or selecting map under travel from the main menu in the lower right-hand corner of your screen will bring up an area map. If quest objective is located in the area, It can be indicated with a special icon. Okay. The location of quest objectives can also be done by clicking on the objective in the duty list. All right. All right. Now, Smith said I missed the first one. Greetings, I'm one of the Smiths, a stoker of fires and forger of futures. As a dedicated member of the Adventurers Guild, I have been entrusted with the task of providing assistance to new adventurers. I see you have but recently taken up the adventurer's mantle. The possibilities stretching out before you must be positively daunting. In the Adventurers Guild, we see new adventurers as fledgling heroes. You are our champions of tomorrow, our nascent stars of limitless potential. My fellow Smiths and I are here to provide you with guidance, but the Guild also enlists a cadre of veteran adventurers who will be happy to share with you their accumulated wisdom. You can recognize these helpful men and women by their title of mentor. Mentors stand ready to advise you on any aspect of adventuring. They have hundreds of quests under their belts and will likely have a solution for whatever dilemma might be causing you trouble. A mentor might even offer to accompany you on your adventures. This is true. This is, the mentors in this game are super helpful. If you get an invitation to the Novice Network, if you're new to the game, go ahead and take it. You can ask questions. The mentors who are on the Novice Network are supposed to be, nice and helpful. Okay. And if they're not, there's a report function in game for a reason, because there's the people who are on the Novice Network are there specifically to help new people. And for somebody who's new, it can be super, super helpful. I highly recommend that you take advantage of Mentor's Aid to enrich your experiences in Eorzea. Pray do not hesitate to ask me if you would like to know more. The new adventurer status is applied to all players who have recently begun their adventures in Eorzea. Amongst Eorzea's thriving population, there are seasoned players known as mentors who have taken it upon themselves to assist these new adventurers. When a new adventurer and a mentor form a party, they both receive a bonus to XP earned. Upon invitation by a mentor, new adventurers also gain access to the Novice Network, an exclusive chat channel where they can consult with mentors and share their experiences with other beginning players. Okay. You can read all these if you want. All right. The Smith will have quests later for us to learn more about combat. And this is really nice to do around level 14 or 15, because the rewards for going through that whole series of quests includes a nice set of gear that's actually better. It's item level 17, and you can wear it at level 15. The item level usually corresponds, initially to your level. So it's actually a stronger than level 15 piece of armor. So that's kind of nice to have. All right. Let's some of these guild names are hilarious, like Quay. That's what the sound of Chocobo makes. Quay. Go I'm actually going to take a quick detour before we go to the Aetheryte Plaza. And because I have goodies in my delivery here, and I want to pick them up. Greetings, Tall One. I'm a delivery Moogle Kupo. I could talk in really high voice like a Moogle does, but that would drive everybody crazy, so I'm not going to do that. Oh, I know what you're thinking. Moogles are supposed to hide in trees and avoid contact with outsiders. Why ever would they agree to carry about letters? Why indeed? If I had my way, I'd be curled up under the canopy of a nice oak, dreaming about some beautiful Mooglet with a rainbow-colored pom-pom, Kupo. But no, the moon had to go and drop from the sky, causing all of that terrible commotion. Aetherites were shattered and link pearls rendered useless. For moons, the poor wingless people of Eorzea had no way of communicating with each other, beyond screaming at the top of their lungs, which no one really approved of, Kupo. That is, until the little horned ones asked us to assist them by delivering messages. At first, we were wary of showing ourselves, worried that one of you might catch and skin us like you do every other forest furry. But once we saw how much we were appreciated, we knew we'd found our new calling. And I personally promised to try and not read any along the way, Kupo. Look what we have here. 16 new letters have arrived just for you, Kupo. All right, Moogle Delivery Service. Can be accessed by speaking with one of the many delivery Moogles. Or by clicking on a Moogle letterbox. Looks like a little mailbox, right? Service can be used to send messages, items, and guild to anyone on your friend list. You cannot send it to anybody who is not on your friend list. You will not have the option. It's designed to minimize gold selling. Clicking the new button located in the upper right-hand corner of the Moogle Delivery Service will open the letter editor. In addition to composing your message, this interface can be used to specify a recipient as well as attach guild and items. Okay. Now, I've received a whole bunch of things. Because I've bought account-wide items. So, we're going to take all using items. Some items can be used, granting various effects such as instant HP, restoration, attribute boosts, more. Using an item is as simple as selecting Use from the item's subcommands. You can also right-click on it. All items with recast timers cannot be used again until the timer has expired. Items you use often can be set to your hotbar for easy access. Put your health potions on your hotbar. Okay? Can't tell you how many times a health potion has saved my tushy in a dungeon. Okay, untradeable items. I have obtained an untradeable item. This is yours and yours alone, cannot be sold or traded. I've also attained a unique item. As this item is special, you can never possess more than one at a time. The unique items, if you lose one, you accidentally drag it off your inventory and, it's gone forever. Usually you can buy it at a Calamity Salvage or again. All right. Delete the letter because we don't want to save them. I have a chocobo carriage. It holds 4 people. That's kind of handy to have. All right, we're going to take all armory chest, close our chocobo brush, an arc mount, and a wind-up garnet minion. With them, you may rest assured that no cloud, no squall shall hinder you on your adventure. Armory chest. Since the armory system in Final Fantasy XIV allows you to change your class or job by simply changing the weapon or tool in your main hand, it is recommended that you always have several sets of gear on hand. However, gear can take up a tremendous amount of space in one's inventory, don't I know that? Which is why all adventurers carry an armory chest. All gear purchased, crafted, or found is automatically stored in this chest, leaving your inventory free to fill with other items such as potion, crafting materials, food. Gear in the armor chest is categorized and sorted by type and can be equipped or discarded directly from the chest interface. Okay, that can be accessed at any time by selecting character from the main menu, followed by armory chest, or pressing Control I. The hotkey for inventory is I, armory chest, Control I. Minions. We've obtained a whistle with which we can summon your very own minion. To learn the call minion action, you must first use the whistle. Once you have used the item, a new entry will appear in your minion guide. You can either initiate the action from this menu or drag the icons, set it to one of your hotbars, and initiate it from there. Okay. To send your minion away, simply reselect the summoning icon. You can also right-click on it and select Dismiss. They can be summoned or dismissed at any time. There's no recast timer. Once you've learned the summoning action, you will never lose it. Can be used with all classes or jobs. You can only summon one at a time. Minions do not generate enmity, but they don't participate in battle either. If you are KO'd, knocked out, your minion will simply wander off back to wherever it is. It rests until you call upon it again. Okay? Zidane minion, dashing like its namesake, and a pair of Izama's earrings. Audacious like the goddess. Has a heck of an XP boost, by the way. I'll show you that in a moment. Enclosed are a Death Scythe, Aryan Horn, and Wind Up Porum. Or is that a Wind Up Palum? Fortunately for us, we got the other one here. Closes a Wind Up Palum minion, a miniature rendition of someone who is already quite small to begin with, and the stylish Menthina's earring. Clothes is a set of Leonhardt attire, brooding angst, optional. Okay. Alright, I get 5 chocobo feathers. I'll show you where to turn those in later. I got more chocobo feathers. That's from recruiting. And the ballroom etiquette improper greetings. Okay. So I got an emote. More clothes. Be your own canary. Okay. Alright, encloses a 5-piece set of wild rose attire. Warning, a rose by any other name would not smell as sweet. Thank you, Shakespeare. Encloses a Baron Helm, a Griffin Flying Mount, a Wind-Up Cane Highwind minion, and a Phial of Fantasia. May they take you back to a time when 4 was 2 and 2 was 4. I'm missing the reference there, but... Right. Thank you for playing Final Fantasy XIV. You've retained your subscription for a total of 30 days. So, get 99 Aetheryte tickets, another copy of the Improper Greetings, 10 chocobo feathers. You can buy armor with this at the proper vendor. You can buy armor from, that is level 50, 60, 70, 80, or 90. They cost the same for each piece. I would definitely save the chocobo feathers for a level 90 piece of gear. Okay? Or weapon. Hang on to these. Don't spend them too early. Friendship Circlet. Hey, that gives me a very nice XP boost, 20%. When I'm level 25 or below. Okay. I'm gonna delete that. Draft chocobo mount. I'm gonna have all this crap in my inventory. Alright, another friendship circlet. Oh, and a shard of Aetheryte, which can be attuned to new adventurers, allowing for swift travel to their side in times of need. Alright, close is a 4-piece set of Advent attire. May it... Never mind. Alright. I'm going to use some of these multi-seat mounts. You've attained a mount that accommodates additional passengers. After forming a party, you have to be in a party. The ride pillion option will be available when party members select you. It means you right-click on the person and select ride pillion. Saddle up and roll out with your friends. Alright. Aetheryte tickets are going to go up here. Now, I already, just throw that away because I already know it. I don't need it. Right-click, use. Fantasia, I am going to save that in case I ever want to change my appearance. Same with these feathers. These Aetheryte tickets are good for a single journey through the Aetheryte network. Save it for the Stormblood campaign. And the reason for that is the distance to that, the Far East, the Othard region, is really expensive. And so these are best saved for there. You can use them, but I wouldn't use them in early game. Don't waste it. You'll be glad you saved them for later. You see my wind-up cane now shows up on my bar. It's not grayed out anymore. Alright. I now have... Let's see, things went to my armory chest immediately. Okay. Character configuration. Alright. I like to take off on a jump when you're flying on a mount. You can do standard type character base or legacy type camera. I have to do standard type. I play 2 MMOs, this one in Tor. And if I tried to change the camera configurations to make it legacy type, it would mess me up in Tor and vice versa. So I'm going to keep them the same. Camera controls, you got lots of options here. I had to turn my camera speed down quite a bit. Quest progression settings hide nearby players when close to quest NPCs. That's really nice for some quests, for special event quests. Especially when they first come out, you'll have tons of people at this NPC quest giver. So it's nice to have that checked. Hide nearby players when interacting with quest NPCs. I like to have my party members show up, so I leave that unchecked. Look at target when speaking, yes. Disable targeting of pets and minions when in battle. Now you want to look through all these options. There are actually YouTube videos by people who know the game like way better than I do, who will make suggestions on which of these options to check, and there are a lot of them. I like auto target closest to range, and I don't want to do full auto target. I like to do it in a cone. That's just me. I like my ground targeting locked to the cursor, and I like to limit that ring movement to targeting range because I don't want to target it like 900 miles away, and hit the button and go, oh, it's not firing because I'm too far away. Well, if you limit it to targeting range, you can never go too far. Press action twice to execute. I always forget that I have that available, but I like to have it checked. All right, highlight potential targets. Display target ring, lines, aggro lines. All right, I like to uncheck minions and signs and things like that. Minions, party members. I probably would turn this on if I'm healer. But I don't like to do it otherwise. All right. So basically what this means is if you're like tab targeting, it's going to go to the aggroing enemies. Okay, instead of like going to the aggroing enemy, then your party member, then an NPC. Okay. That's why I have those unchecked. All right. Enable target cycling. I like when my weapon's drawn, I want it to go to my enemies only. I only want to target cycle through enemies. I don't want to hit anything else. Filter customization. You got lots of options there. Yada yada. Character display headgear. I like to turn that off manually because there are some headgears that I like the Dragoon ones are really cool looking. So You can turn that off in your character panel. All right, headgear. I'm actually going to turn the headgear off in a moment so you can see what this little piece of headgear that I got. Battle effects settings. This is really important if you have lower graphics. Okay. I like to show all of my battle effects settings just because it helps me kind of keep in mind which skill I'm actually using. Because certain skills have certain animations. I turn off, or turn down, show limited for the party members. Because I want to see some of it, but I don't want to see all the flashy stuff. Same with any of the PvP opponents. Otherwise, it's just when you're in an alliance raid with 23 other people, when you see 23 skills firing at one time, if you don't have some of this turned off, you'll never be able to see what the heck you're doing. All right. Mouse. Enable clicking on self, yes. Enable clicking on field to remove target. I like it. You may not. Inventory interface. Open them all. Just why would you want to have to page through it? Just open it. Retainer inventory. Do expanded so it opens all of it. All right. Store all newly obtained items in the armory chest. No. Let's uncheck that right now. Okay? I do want newly crafted items in my inventory. Okay. Subcommand optimization. You can look through that and decide what you like. Display confirmation prompt when selling items that are meldable, spirit bound, or unique. Yes, I want to save that. Okay. I'm in mouse mode type. You can go through these. I have everything turned to initials here because I don't want to accidentally dox anybody. Okay. And display name type, standard size. Okay. I like to have the tank icon on like that so I can see what it is with the color on. I changed these colors to make them easier for me to see. Okay, so you can change these to any color you want. If you want this color to be pink, you can have it pink. Okay. I also changed the enemy. See, unengaged enemies. I turned that to bright pink and purple because it's red, and I was getting it confused with the orange for alliance members and the red with enemies. So I turned the enemies to hot pink. All right, hot pink and purple. All right, hot bars. Turn them all on. Do yourself a big favor. Turn them all on. You can always turn them off if you don't want them on. I have 3 of them vertically aligned just to get them the heck out of my space. I don't need like 10 of them lined up there. Pet hotbar. Okay. You can put the recast timer down in the bottom left or centered. I like it centered personally. Hide unassigned slots. Don't do that. They'll like disappear. I have my display both pet hotbar and cross hotbar. Because otherwise it'll cover your first hotbar. I didn't like that. Uncheck the automatically replace hotbar 1 with a pet hotbar. Automatically replace hotbar 1 with a fashion accessory. Please uncheck that. You will thank yourself later on. Okay. I have a storm coming. All right. Enable lip sync during chat. I have that on. I like to have 24-hour format. You can put it in 12. I like to have the local time, not server time. Log text colors. You've got a lot of choices. Okay. I have going to turn the novice network a different color too. Just so I know what it is. All right. I have Tells in purple. It's just I'm used to that color from other games. All right. Alliance, I turned to orange, if it's not already like that. Let's carry over from Guild Wars 1. Free Company is in yellow. Carry over from Guild Wars 1. I've had it like that ever since then in every single game. So, announcements, you got lots of choices there. Okay. All right. Make sure to hit apply if you need to save it. Log details. Font sizes, you can change the font size. I like to add timestamps to messages. All right. That way, if I gotta search, if so and so said something to me at 8:56 or whatever, then I can, when I scroll back, it's much easier to find. Okay, this is great for RP. If you're searching for a specific time signature, you go, oh, I know he said it after George, but before Betty. Okay. And if you know George and Betty were speaking at, 8:45, it makes it easier to find. It also makes it easier to report somebody. If you're in an alliance raid and they're being naughty. Doesn't happen often in this game. Most people play very nicely. One of the nicest games I've ever played. But you get the occasional bad apple. Got to report them. Having a timestamp helps you with the report. All right. Send notification sounds when receiving a message. I am going to leave it on. But I may turn that sound down in my sound settings. Because that's pretty loud. Sound. That is under system configuration. Under sound settings. Master volume, background music, sound effects, voice, system sounds. Ambient sounds. Performance. I have that turned down a little bit. All right. Relieve that. Now, since all my gear went to my... So already recommending me an item to put on. Ring of Fidelity. That's kind of nice. Zama's earring, weathered. Yeah. So, you can see I got a Wild Rose headpiece, but that is not the one I want. Go to my armory chest. I'm gonna go to headpiece. Got a friendship circlet here. I'm gonna put that on. You just drag it over and put it on. Okay. Now you can see I got this giant ass feather. I'm not gonna have that showing. Okay. So I'm gonna turn that off. I don't want it to show. Alright. Now, because I want that to stay on my head if I change gear. This is a pugilist. Let's scroll down. I have to add a gear set. Pugilist. Alright. And then what we're going to do is right click on it, reassign gear. Every time you get a new piece of armor and equipment, you want to reassign gear. That way, if you change gears, like change to a different job, different class, it goes back to that gear that you've saved. All right. So, and if you don't save it, it's going to go back to the oldest gear set that you have saved. Okay. So now I have this lovely XP buff item on my head, which is great. All right, let's move on. I know that was a bit of a long conversation on those options, so I will probably timestamp that, so if people want to skip it, they can. Oh, Wyman has has a job for us. Wyman would like to know what you think of Ul'dah. Hey. So, how are you taking to Ul'dah, Gav? Making any new friends in high places yet? Well, when you have the Sultana's ear one day, I hope you won't have forgotten about old Wyman. As long as you're here, maybe you can do me a favor and take this missive to Josias at the Platinum Mirage. It's just over yonder, and the man will even give you some gil for your trouble. If only all work in the city was this easy, eh? Alright. On a new tune, I like to pick up the city-state quests as much as possible. Because they're low level. They get you gil quickly. They're easy to do. And they, more importantly, get you a lot of XP so you can level up more quickly. Right? So they're very nice to have. And I'm going to take a moment to check the radar. Because we have severe weather coming our way. Alright, and we're right in the middle of a thunderstorm warning, but that's okay. If I get up and leave suddenly, that's the reason why. Alright, here is our Aetheryte. You can see we've got a little quest marker here. This one with the little arrow tells us we're advancing. Ninabaru says, "Hail, adventure!" My goodness. Thunder. Might you have come at the behest of Miss Momodi of the Quicksand? Why, yes, I have. Excellent, which brings us to the matter of the attunement fee. That will be 100,000 gil, if you please, sir. Like, whoa. Apologies, but I do so relish the opportunity to make that jest. The look on your face was absolutely priceless. But the fact that you are so easily deceived suggests to me that you are unfamiliar with the use of Aetherites. Allow me to explain. These crystalline agglomerations tap into ethereal energies and are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Perchance you have heard of return and teleport? Well, these transportation spells make direct use of the Aetherites and their connection to the flow of ether. Given that there is an Aetherite in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer with a mind to explore the realm will wish to seek out and attune himself to each and every one. Definitely want to do that. But even if you have no intention of wandering around beyond the Sultanate's borders, it would be prudent for you to attune yourself to any Aetherites you encounter from now on. Pray you found that informative. Should you wish to learn more about Aetherites or transportation magic, I should be happy to answer your questions. Alright, we'll learn return. You attune with the Aetherite, you are now able to use the return spell. Excellent. Return. Spell return can be used instantly. Travel back to the Aetherite. Set as your home point. Casting the spell does not require any MP magic points. It can be accessed by selecting return under travel from the main menu. The sole limitation of the spell is that it can only be cast once every 15 minutes Earth time. I put this over on my bar. My main 4 hotbars are the ones that have all my skills that I'm going to use in combat or in dungeons, like sprint. I'm going to put some health potions on there in a bit. Probably only 1 or 2 because I know I'm going to get some of his quest rewards. Shields. Food. Sometimes I'll put food on, sometimes I don't. Anything that I really need to use in a dungeon or in a combat with will go on these main 4 bars. Anything else that I don't need, like my mounts, my minions, my, teleport spells, those go on the side. Only 1 home point can be set at any time. To make an Aetherite your new home point, right-click on the crystal to bring up the Aetherite menu. Okay. Alright, that's set as our home point. Okay. nice thing is we're getting some good amount of rain, which we badly needed. I want another hunt cake. Okay. Jajakuda. Jajakuda the merchant is visibly perturbed and in need of some assistance. Tell me, what brings you here, friend? Looking for a bit of work, perhaps? Some small job to add a little weight to your coin purse of yours, perhaps? Well, you're in luck. The pugilists have just placed an order with me for several of the leather gloves and harnesses they use for sparring. But the traders are cruel, for I find myself lacking the hides required. Would that I had the pelts of a few snapping shrews. What say you, friend? Care to help a merchant down on his luck? Bring me 5 snapping shrew pelts, and I promise to make it worth your while. You can find the creatures roaming central Thanalan. Right, so we got a little quest there. Here's our Pugilist Guild. We need to talk to somebody in here. Alright, now I got a green completion quest. I also have a quest that tells me it's a progress marker for the MSQ that I'm on. Alright. Greetings and welcome to the Pugilist Guild. I see you already walked the path of the pugilist, yet your journey has only just begun. I highly recommend you add your name to our roll, for there is no better place in all the realm to train in your discipline than here. The origins of pugilism as we know it can be traced back to the staging of barehanded bouts in the Colosseum. These contests attracted fighters from far and wide, bringing their myriad styles crashing together on the blood sands. Amidst this chaotic intermingling of styles, there rose a pugilist of singular strength and skill. The woman made it her life's mission to master every form she encountered, that she might refine her art. Among her many song-worthy exploits, we pugilists remember her participation in a gladiator tournament most fondly. Back when barehanded fighting was still seen as a pastime for peasants, she took on fully armed and armored gladiators and effortlessly bested the lot of them. Word of her feat spread across the realm like wildfire, of course, and Ul'dah swiftly transformed into a center of pugilism, with people flocking from all over to train under this master among masters. The woman's name was Cornelia, and it is to her that the Pugilist Guild owes its existence. The art practice here is based on her all-encompassing style, and this training hall is modeled upon the one that she once built. And there it is, a brief history of our guild. I've told this tale 1,000 times, but gods, it never fails to fan the flames of my fighting spirit. Now then, should you wish to proceed with enrollment, you must first obtain the Guildmaster's approval. Let me know if you would like to meet him. Of course I would. Somebody sent me a tell asking me if I would be interested in joining an FC. The city states, the people look around. They're always aware of, if somebody comes in and they got, starter armor on. It's pretty obvious that they're new, right? All right. So, are you ready to present yourself for the Guildmaster's inspection? Yes. Gagaruna wishes you to reaffirm your desire to join the Pugilist Guild. Yes. Master Hammond is among the greatest pugilists of our time. For long years, the man ruled the Blood Sands as the Holy Fist, though he has since retired in favor of training aspiring fighters. You may find him overseeing his charges yonder. Go now and show to him the fighting spirit that burns within you. All right, Josias, do you have business with the Platinum Mirage this evening? Yes, we do. Handing over items. Some items will require you to deliver. Some quests will require you to deliver items. If an NPC requires an item request window will appear, like what we've got here. Drag the item from your inventory or armory chest. You don't have to do that. I'm going to show you how. Hand over to complete the transaction. Items can also be added to the item request by right-clicking them. Yes, this is what you want to do. Right-click the item. Left-click it. Hand over. Okay? Miss from Wyman? All right, then, let's have a look. Bird is barren, let the hounds feast. So it goes. Oh, this? Well, you see, the guild is often contracted to provide protective services. Unfortunately for this particular petitioner, Wyman's investigation has revealed his finances to be wanting. Maybe adventurers like you don't mind working for free, but we have a business to run. I myself have 4 mouths to feed, so this bird will have to fend for himself, I'm afraid. Alright. Let's talk to Hammond. Heh, past time you got your arse back here. Well, what did the dancer have to say about my proposition? You're not my errand boy. There's no dancer that ever was. I'm not doing anything indecent, I swear to the gods. Not doing anything improper. Okay, yeah, whatever you say. What? You're here to enroll, huh? Oh, well, why didn't you say so sooner? In my capacity as guildmaster, I would be glad to give you a primer on the art of hand-to-hand combat. Doubtless you already know this, but we pugilists fight with our fists and feet. While these don't deal as much damage as a blade, it hardly matters when you can land several blows for each swing of the sword. What we lack in destructive force, we more than make up for in speed and cunning. Under my guidance, not only will you master striking techniques... Ooh, that was quick. You also learn to string them together to form an endless flurry of blows. Only through such fierce combinations can a pugilist realize his potential. Yarr! Yeah, that could be kind of cool. Okay. Crikey, I'm spent from all this talking. You ought to speak more, son. Give me a chance to catch my breath, but where was I? Ah, right. Joining the guild. Before you do so, I must warn you that the path of the pugilist is long and arduous. Do you believe you got what it takes to go to the distance? Be honest with yourself now. Yes. I mean, if I say no, it's not going to advance it. Yes, you have the fighting spirit. I can see it in your eyes. I see no reason to deny you a place in these halls. Welcome to the guild, son. For your first lesson, I want you to go test your fledgling skills against the vermin of Thanolin. Get out there and put down 3 marmots, 3 hornets, and 3 shrews. Return here when the deed is done. All right. Just taking a quick check of the weather again. Got a brief respite before we get the next round of storms there. Just letting my family know that we were under a thunderstorm warning. My son says, yeah, the lightning gave us a good idea. Smart asses. Gelther does not like the way you are looking at him, but will let it pass if you deliver for a message for him. Okay. Hey, you. I saw you looking at me. You got something to say, huh? No? Well, I do. You know Ul'dah? Short, broke, never pays what he owes? Yeah, that bleeding horse, son. Tell him to pay up, or I swear by the 12, I'll beat him so hard it'll feel like the second coming of Dalamud. If I see that little shite's face, I'll end up pounding him into a bloody pulp like as not. So you go and tell him. Well, okay. Thank you. what we're going to do is going to go around and rather than go out and complete some of these quests right away, we're going to go around and pick up all the Ethernet shards. I just found that's the best way to go about things. All right, did a lot of... Okay. Oh, gods be good. Gelther's goon. All right, I'll give him back every gil I owe. I swear it. But no more beatings. I beg you. Okay. Complete. Got another quest for us. Didalada needs help to repay a long overdue debt. Look, I haven't got the gil on hand, but I do have this ring. It ain't much to look at, but it'll surely fetch a high price. Was me dear departed mom's wedding ring. God's rest her soul, but she'll understand. Show it to Mamani over at the ossuary, and you'll get your coin. I somehow suspect not, but okay. Let's attune to this Ethernet shard. I think I forgot to attune to the Ethernet shard by the Adventurers Guild, so... Oh, you have now have access to the Ethernet. Quick travel through the city can be achieved by simply placing your hand upon the Ethernet chant. Okay. Attuning with the shard has granted you access to the city-state's Ethernet. Every city-state has them. They can be used for quick intra-city travel. Super, super handy. Unlock them all, because that unlocks the airship and exits to the city. It just makes it faster. Erasmus of the Thaumaturge's Guild is preoccupied with his studies, but his brow is furrowed in a way that cries out for help. I'm Erasmus of the Order of Nalthal, and I'm charged with studying the anatomy of the region's fauna and the environs in which they dwell, for the dark art of our order is death itself, and the power over death can come only through knowledge of life. One day I shall publish my findings in a single comprehensive volume, The Many Breaths of Thanalin. But there is much work to be done before that day. Aid me, brother, bring me 5 bottles of marmot blood, and perhaps I shall name you in a footnote. Marmots are hardy creatures that thrive nigh everywhere. You will most certainly find them just outside the city in western Thanalin by way of the gate of the Sultana. Do take care, they can be feisty little critters when threatened. Alright, Momani, we had to drop off this. Greetings, adventurer. What brings you to Arzanath Ossuary? Gaudy ring. You wish to sell this heirloom on behalf of Didalada? Very well, it is most unfortunate that such drastic measures must be taken, and doubly so when the item in question is a fake. And such a gaudy, poorly wrought one. Also, you do know that our appraisals are not free. Normally, this fee is subtracted from the agreed upon value. Alas, considering the negligible value of the ring, I'm afraid you would still owe us. However, since this is a highly unusual circumstance, we shall waive this fee this once. No need to concern yourself with the bauble. I will personally see to its disposal. Okay. You can take ether or potions. Don't bother with the ether. You'll always have more than enough magic points. I've never run out. And I'm sure there are times where you can run out, but I've not gotten to them yet. Right, so I take the potions. Those are going to be more useful for me. Alright, let's see where we're at, where we're going to go. Go back to the Aetheryte Plaza so I don't have to run across the entire freaking map. Because we want to go back to another part of the city. We're picking up quests because I know we're going to have to go outside, and some of them require you to do, kill 3 marmots, for instance. So I've got 2 quests already that require me to slay marmots, so I'm killing 2, 3, or 4, or 5 birds at one time with 1 stone. So it's better to collect up all these early quests right away. These Halloween decorations are really cute. Now you can see there's a red quest here. And when I mouse over it, it says level 70, the killer instinct. That means it's not available for me until level 70. So we'll come back then. All right. We had to talk to Cesaroga. I'm going to attune to this Ethernet shard. Here's Cesaroga. And you are, newly come adventurer. But of course, I'm Cesaroga. What can I do for you? Ah, you would have me teach you the ways of the marketplace. Very wise. As for my fee, what? You expected me to do it for free? Surely you jest. My dear adventurer, when you ask an Ul'dah for a favor, you should at least try to make it worth his while. Judging by your garb, I rather doubt you could afford my services, but the fact you offer nothing is laughable. Letter of introduction. Oh, Mistress Momodi instructed you to seek me out, did she? Consider yourself fortunate to have such influential friends. I shall be brief, and you shall be attentive. Nice. You stand in the Sapphire Avenue Exchange, the busiest and most profitable marketplace in the Sultanate. Being advantageously situated in relation to the other city-states, Ul'dah's markets have ever served as both the literal and figurative centers of Eorzean commerce. All the great overland trade routes lead to our city, and the majority of maritime trade between Vilbrand and Aldenard passes through our ports. Because of this, countless companies and consortia have chosen Ul'dah as their base of operations. They see to it that this marketplace is awash with merchants and moneylenders day and night. Anything a man could ever desire can be purchased here, provided as he has sufficient funds. Surely there's something you seek, adventurer? A deadlier sword, perhaps, or a shinier trinket? Whatever it is you want, the exchange will have it. To the north, you'll find merchants peddling armor and accessories, curatives, and crafting materials. And to the south, you will find weapons, tools, and an assortment of other useful items for sale. Seek out a particular merchant or browse to your heart's content, but do try to remain aloof should you find something that piques your interest. Decisions made in the heat of the moment are usually unwise, especially where coin is concerned. Ahem. That is all the complimentary aid you shall receive from me, and far too much for my taste. My regards to Momodi. Now off with you. Alright. I now have 206 gil. Okay, now I'm going to drag this potion to my hotbar. Okay? It lives in the same spot everywhere in all my games. Alright. Top hotbar where I can hit it quickly. I do want to buy food. I'm going to buy some shops. Okay, shops. Myriad of items can be bought and sold from the vendors. Purchasing an item is as simple as clicking on an item in a shopkeep's inventory. Selling an item is as simple as dragging an item from your inventory or armory chest. You can also sell items by right-clicking them and selecting sell. If you happen to have second thoughts about a sale, you can always buy back your item from the vendor, but only if you have yet to leave the area or log out of the game. Okay? My experience is once you close this shop panel, you're likely not going to see it again. Okay. I'm going to buy about 10 eggs. All right. And I'm going to use 2 of them. You can only use 2 at a time. You'll notice that when you mouse over these, gives you some effects like critical hit is increased, vitality, direct hit, yada yada. But more important to me is it gives me a 3% XP boost. All right. We're just going to load up on XP boosts here. Duration can be extended to 60 minutes by consuming multiple servings. You cannot go past 60, so don't bother eating 3 or 4 of them at a time. You only ever get 60, so you'll waste anything above 60 minutes. All right? So don't do that to yourself. Let's go unlock the rest of these. Little Ethernet shards there. Alms for the poor. Conniving ne'er-do-well. What does he say? Family ain't interested until you got a business proposal, pal. Got it? Good. Now get the hells out of here. Okay. Lurking Leech. All these pretty people in their fancy clothes. Fanciest thing I've ever worn is a suit of mail, which is beginning to smell. Okay, let's see if they got any quests in here for us. Looks like they do, because I'm looking on the map and there's a quest marker in there. Looks like there might be more than one, too. Ethelwyn. Appears vexed by his work at the Weavers Guild and is in need of a helping hand. Something in cream? Oh, whatever shall I do? This dress? Just can't seem to finish it. Oh, the design is flawless. Absolutely flawless of that, I have no doubt. But I simply cannot settle on a color for the life of me. How would you like to conduct a bit of field research for me? I'm dying to know what color the ladies of Ul'dah are wearing these days, especially on the hustings strip. And when you're finished, please call on Luku at the Alchemist Guild. The woman is a wizard with dyes. Have her cook up whatever color you find is the most popular. Okay. You can pick up alchemy as one of your crafting skills, but I'm not going to do that on this tune because I'm not going to be doing anything beyond the Ul'dah's quest line here. Juliana of the Weavers Guild finds herself at a troubling loss for manpower. If it is work you seek, the Weavers Guild welcomes you. Indeed, your timing is impeccable. A soiree is to be held with all of Ul'dah's elite in attendance. Once the invites went out, the orders came in, that with a fury. Every lord and lady from Cape Deadwind to the Cinderfoot is demanding the latest fineries. I need hands, and I need them now. And I cannot spare the time to go off in search of them. Would you care to aid us, friend? I ask no more than you welcome to our doors any willing souls you might find. Come, let us see how you fare. Show me your warmest welcome. Emotes. Okay? When words are just not enough, emotes can be used to express your feelings towards a person or situation. First, highlight a target if necessary, then select social from the main menu, and then emotes. You can actually, it'll be in your quest log too, on the side panel. Finally, select the desired emote from the list. In this case, select welcome after targeting Juliana to complete the quest objective. Emotes can be set to your hotbars by dragging them from the emote interface. Items and user macros can also be set to your hotbars. Okay. You can also type, you see, show Juliana your best /welcome. That's the you can also type the emote. So I have her selected. /welcome. Excellent. I dare say I would work for you myself. Now hurry off. We need these people. One and two and three and four. Ah, nice loom, actually. That's a nice attention to detail. I've actually used a 4-harness loom in a job one time. All right, we need to welcome, so just type /welcome. Work at the Weavers Guild. I'd be lying if I said I weren't interested. Who might I go to inquire further? Okay. The Weavers are recruiting. Finally, my chance to become a famous designer. All right. I think I attuned to this, yeah. Now, if you spell it wrong, it's not going to have any effect. Weaving work? Take a look at me, friend. I'm a bloody guard and on duty, no less. Move along now. Okay. Fancy my garb, do you? Should. It's all the language. So the Weavers need help, do they? Sorry, friend. I'm all set for coin. I appreciate the offer, but I must refuse. I'm all thumbs when it comes to stitching and whatnot. Most popular color of late? Well, all colors have their merits, of course, but if pressed, I'd have to say red. All right. Why, any color is perfectly fine for a dress, you silly thing, as long as it comes off easily at the end of the night. Okay. We know what he's thinking. Dodo Moon? What color is in fashion? Well, I'd have to say I'm just back from Gridania, and I find there's a certain verve to verdant livery. Sigh. Green, you bloody idiot. Best color for a dress? Well, you know what they say. Once you go black, you never go back. Oh, dear God. Cordial spider. Yellow. What fairer color than that in the name of the fairest maiden? Yellow moon. Oh, yellow moon, how my heart pines for you. All right. There's never a shortage of white dresses on our Ul'dah ladies. Surely it is the most comfortable color to wear under this murderous sun. Personally, I've always had a thing for a motley of red and green overlaid with stripes of purple and dark brown. Yeah. Let's just vomit on that dress, man. Remu. Red, ever and always. This is Ul'dah, my dear boy, where the sun beats on your back with fiery fists and the sins and sands are hot and unforgiving and everywhere at once. We Ul'dahns live for our passions, and our lust for life is surpassed only by our lust for lust. Okay. Looks like red is the winner. Alright. Looks like we got a turn in here. We got our food buff up. Luku. You're here on behalf of the Weavers Guild, are you not? Yes. Ethelwine said you'd be along. Well, what color is it to be then? Sounds as though you had 2 votes for red, 1 vote each for green, yellow, white, and black, and 1 abstaining, and 1 vote for a motley of red and green overlaid with stripes of purple and dark brown. By no means a resounding victory, but I suppose red it shall be. I have some catalysts I've been saving for just such an occasion. Mark my words, I'm going to concoct the most vibrant red Ul'dah has ever seen. Alchemy may look arcane and esoteric to the uninitiated, but it is grounded in naught but science and experimentation. Indeed, I dare say it does more to advance culture and civilization than nigh any other discipline. All right. Eowyn has need of an adventurer to help him test a revolutionary new medicine. Okay. Yes. At last my work is complete. Mark my words, this formula will revolutionize alchemy as we know it. With just a sip of this tonic, even raging fevers will be instantly extinguished. But I must needs test it, adventurer. When I produce more, I bid you take this batch to Pearl Lane to a man named Landibert. He is trusted by the other refugees. Persuade this Landibert to take my tonic and give it to his people. I require nothing in exchange. After all, if it is truly effective, it will be a tremendous boon to the advancement of the alchemic arts and mankind at large. All right. All right, I think I want to go back down. This city-state can be a little bit confusing at times, too. Alright. I really just want to go down the stairs. Ah. I see. Yeah, you gotta go around here. Go out this door. And you gotta go around the next corner. Then you can go down. Okay. I'm gonna go to the Gladiators Guild first. Got a few quests in here. Genevieve. Ah! What have you done? Your kind has no business to even look at a lady such as I. Such shocking, unbelievable insolence. And now look at how my gill is scattered across the ground. Pick it up this instant. Lady Genevieve wants you to gather the gill which you caused her to drop on the ground. Well, interacting. Some quests you will encounter objects with which you can interact simply by approaching them, right-clicking. Normally I wouldn't pick up anything for a witch like her, but okay. Since we did cause it. And because it's worth 50 gil, I'm going to do it. My kill now, and there better be not missing. This appears to be everything. What? What are you still staring at? Are you expecting some kind of reward? The insolence. Pugilist forms, unlike other melee classes, pugilist weapon skills are used to cycle 3 unique battle forms, which dictate the flow of weapon skill combos. Okay. Many pugilist skills will either change your form upon execution or require you to be in a certain form to execute. There are also weapon skills which will grant damage bonuses when executed. While in a certain form, the 3 types of forms are as followed: Raptor, Curl, and Oppo Oppo. By successfully changing your form from Oppo Oppo to Raptor to Curl, precisely in that order, you will be granted an increase to attack potency as well as other additional effects based on the weapon skills executed. Swiftly flowing from one form to the next, as the situation demands, is key to becoming proficient in the art of the monk. I have no idea which way is best to arrange skills on your hotbar for classes. There is a certain order when you get higher up. It's what we call a rotation of skills. And the rotation has to be done in a certain way to maximize your DPS, damage per second. Okay. So you hear a lot about rotations. You really don't have to worry about it at super low level, but do read your tooltips, because if you, you'll see here, delivers an attack, guarantees a crit hit, damage dealt is increased when under an effect that increases critical hit rate. Additional effect changes form to Raptor. Okay. True Strike delivers an attack with a potency of 260. Can only be executed when in Raptor form. Okay. Additional effect changes form to Curl. Okay, so this is going to change form to Raptor. This one can only be used in Raptor, and it's going to change form to Curl. I'm betting the next skill is going to be a Curl skill. It's just sort of how they do things. But we'll know when we get higher level. Sazariku needs an adventurer to pick up an order from the Goldsmiths Guild. Have you come to wish me luck? I appreciate the thought, but there's no need to worry. What? You don't know who I am? The next biggest thing that's coming to the Colosseum? Sazariku is my name, and you'll be hearing all about my exploits in the coming days. I've even thought of a title for myself, the Garnet Gladiator. Which reminds me, I've yet to collect the circlet I commissioned from the Goldsmiths Guild. You wouldn't mind picking it up for me, would you? Sure, why not? Woken of the Gladiators Guild is muttering frantically to himself about an infestation of ladybugs in the region. Carried your arse in here looking for work, eh? Well, you're in luck. Just so happens I have a deed that needs doing. Wild ladybugs been wreaking havoc in the outskirts of town. Something in the air of late made them ornery as an aurochs and rut. Ain't much for fighting on their own, but in numbers they're more than a match for any merchant who's seen more days at the teat than he has on the battlefield. Well, what'll it be? Fancy putting down 4 or so of the bloody buggers, or don't you? I guess we're gonna kill ladybugs. Alright. Go back to the Goldsmiths Guild. We don't have Miners Guild unlocked, so that'll be the next place we go. We have an order slip for Jemime. Zazariku's circlet. Just a moment, sir. Oh dear, this is so embarrassing. I'm afraid crafting the circlet to Zazariku's exact specification has proven somewhat difficult. We ran out of garnets halfway through our work, and we are still waiting on the next shipment. I hate to impose, but would you explain the situation to Crooked Haft at the Miners Guild? My records indicate that he was supposed to deliver the gemstones yesterday. Mayhap it slipped his mind? Alright, we gotta go over there anyway. Perfect. Very convenient for us. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna talk to Bitter Snow. Alright, I've attuned myself to all the Ethernet shards in Ul'dah. The Gate of Nald, the Gate of Thal, the Gate of the Sultana, and the airship landing are also now accessible as Ethernet destinations. Alright. Perfect. That means I can leave the city from anywhere, as long as I can get to any of the Ethernet shards. Bitter Snow's eyes are those of a man in love, wrought with worry and doubt. He appears to be waiting for someone who has yet to arrive. What could be keeping her? My beloved Yellow Moon and I promised to meet at this very spot, but 2 bells have passed, and I've nary a word from her. Gods, I hope she's all right. As much as I wish to go off and find her, I simply cannot. What if she were to come in my absence? Please, would you search for her in my stead? It's possible she's somewhere near the Weavers Guild. She always enjoyed watching the... By the gods, do you think she's left me for someone more dapper? I try not to look like a bumpkin, but I've no mind for fashion. Oh dear. Alright, so we're going to go to the Miners Guild. Here's Crooked Haft. I have a mind to drain a pint, so hurry up and speak your business. She wants how many bloody garnets? 7 hells, man, they don't grow on trees. But more than that, this lad, what fancies himself the next Franz the Fair, ought to worry less about style and more about swordplay. Any road, I'll do my part to ensure the little bastard gets bedecked in all the goddamn garnets he can afford, and if he dies in his first fight, well, at least they'll leave a pretty corpse. Okay. Alright. So, we have a couple of things to drop off at Weavers Guild. And then I think we're going to go out and complete the Way of the Pugilist. Because I got a feeling he's going to make us go out and get a few more things that we need. Byra, be good. Just look at me. This hair, this outfit, they don't match at all. I look atrocious. What was I thinking? Oh, I can't let Bitter Snow see me like this. Maybe that last tunic was best after all. Or no, perhaps the blue. bitter snow is waiting for me, but I haven't anything to wear. No, this doesn't match at all. Oh, I can't let him see me like this. What's a girl to do? Poor bitter snow. All right, Juliana. You've returned. Well, how did you fare? 2 potential recruits to say welcome news. I only hope their zeal for fashion will show in their efforts for the guild. What we do here may seem all silk and satin, to be sure, but the work within these walls is far from easy. In that, I suppose our trade is not unlike any other. Alright, I'm actually going to go to the Quicksand Adventurers Guild. There we go. If she's got something for us to do. How was your tour of the city, Gav? Get lost, did you? Aye, well, Ul'dah's a big place with lots to see and do, but wandering around aimlessly don't pay the bills. If you're serious about making a living here, you need to remember where things are, so when you go exploring, explore like you got a purpose, eh? Alright then, all that's left for you is to work hard, make money, and spend it here at the Quicksand. Entrepreneurial minded as always. Complete. Alright. Achievements. Congratulations, you have just received your first achievement. They're earned by reaching certain milestones during your adventures in Eorzea. There are achievements for just about anything from leveling classes and uncovering locations to defeating enemies, earning guild. There are rewards granted upon attaining certain achievements. Some of those include rare weapons and armor. Others include titles, which can be added to your display name to showcase your greatness. You can view requirements for unlocking a specific achievement or redeem achievement rewards from the achievements menu in the main menu. Sure. Wonder if I got anything there. Nope. Oop, she's got another quest for me. Momodi of the Quicksand wants to introduce you to a certain someone at the Ul'dah dispatch yard. Well, young'un, how are you finding our fine Ul'dah then? Got your bearings about you yet? If so, mayhap it's time you ventured beyond the city walls. The bustling streets of Ul'dah are one thing, but the wilds of Thanalan, that's another altogether. I know a bloke you might fancy speaking to, and he you. Name of Papa Shan. You'll find him over at the Ul'dah dispatch yard. No doubt he'll have some work for you. The dispatch yard's over in central Thanalan. Just head out the door across the hall and you'll see the gate of Nald staring right back at you. Pass through it and head east. You'll come upon it before long. There's dangers beyond the walls, though. More than I'd care to count. Nothing too terrible, mind you. Just feisty enough to attack if you draw near. Don't say nobody cared enough to warn you. Alright, so we gotta go... map. That is in... I think Central Thanalan? Must be. Let's go do our slaying. Alright. We'll do our marmots and hornets and shrews and all that good stuff. See these orange circles around here? Okay. So that tells me the way of the pugilist, tougher than leather, way of the pugilist. Okay. Even though we haven't been out there yet. Battle. Right-click on a target to switch to active mode and ready auto attack. Approach and face the target to start the battle. 2 rotating arrows will appear over the target you are currently attacking. Various actions such as spells and weapon skills can be performed by clicking the icons located in the hotbar on the bottom of your screen. These actions will also be initiated using the shortcut keys indicated in the upper left-hand corner of each icon. Okay. Most actions require magic points to execute, in addition to having recast times of various lengths. Detailed information on an action can be viewed by mousing over its icon. Disciples of Magic and Disciples of War, who specialize in ranged attacks, such as archers, are best suited for fighting their targets from a distance. The range and radius of an action can also be confirmed in the help window. I'm going to do /bow to this guy who's waving to me. Nice. All right. Well, let's go kill things. All right, you can tell from there's an experience points. Okay, in the event multiple solo players attack the same target, the player who attacks first will always receive 100% of the XP. And items drop. The players who follow will be rewarded based on their contribution to the battle. If you see a fellow player in need of a hand, do not hesitate to lend yours. Okay. Finding items and items you have equipped is now bound to you. It can no longer be traded or put up for sale in the markets. Alright. You'll see that by their name is a white icon. That means they will not aggro on you. They are neutral unless you attack them. Once you attack them, of course, they're going to attack back. You can see it's like has a little quest icon over his head. So you see that the icon just went away from the Marmot. So I don't need any more of them. Oops. Gotta be facing it. See, the level also is listed. I don't want to attack this level 12 giant tortoise because he'll probably eat my face. It's quite a bit higher in level than I am. I'm only level 5. Alright, we need to get these snapping shrews. Ooh, now I got a snap punch. I got a new skill. Nice. We gotta go out and talk to Papa Shan, so let's do that. Well, you certainly look the part of an adventurer, my friend. Might you be a the good soul Momori advised me to expect? I'm Papa Shan, master of the humble dispatch yard. An empty title, I assure you. I truly am no more than a tired old Lalafell passing his final years in quiet and solitude. 12? No, there have been plenty of those these last 5 years since the calamity struck. The devastation was vast. Yet now true Ul'dahs work together, doing all in our power to rebuild what was laid to ruin. By the sweat of our brows and the love of our home, we have rebuilt Ul'dah to the grandeur and majesty you see today. The railways which run through this dispatch yard, too, were born of the noble efforts of a great many souls. There is still much work to be done. The wounds left by the calamity run deep. Isolated areas beyond our lines of supply remain, and there are places yet wanting for relief and restoration. Ul'dah needs the aid of you and your brethren, friend. In fact, never has our need been more dire. Which brings me to the point, I suppose. I do believe I may have some work suited to one of your ability. All right. Your choice is elegant bronze pieces, right? Altered leather thigh boots. Now, intelligence and mind are for magical users, magic casters. Strength and dex are for Disciple of War. This would be Disciple of Magic, Disciple of War, even though it says all classes can use it. So I'm going to pick this one. I know I'm going to have a quest where I have to put on item level 5 gear, so I'm going to take these boots. All right. Ooh, I leveled up. Okay. In fact, I might put these boots on right now. You can always right-click on it, item comparison, right? And it's got better stats than my long boots, so I'm going to equip it. They aren't too bad looking. Station Master Papa Shan is a simple task for a fledgling adventurer. Since you've come out all this way, perhaps you can perform an errand for me. It just so happens a number of sentries have been sent to guard the area. A dispatch to the dispatch yard, as it were. They have long been away from the shade and featherbeds of the city. And hot days and cold nights can play hells on the mind and body out there. It isn't much, but go and give them these twilight pretzels, would you? I find comfort food always helps when I feel like killing myself. Oh my god. What a terrible thing to say. It's just disturbing. Okay, this game was made 10 years ago. Well before trigger warning things became an issue, okay? So just bear that in mind. I promise you, if you stand on tracks, you will not get run over like you might in some other games, so you're safe. All right. Halt, sir, I'm going to have to ask you to put the pretzel on the ground and place your hands above your head. State your name and business. A twilight pretzel from Papa Shan? By the gods, forgive me. You could say this new post has my nerves in a twist. I'm terribly sorry for that. Yes, well, you may rest assured that the dispatch yard is safe so long as I stand watch. Please give Papa Shan my thanks and tell him that I only wish I could repay the favor. All right, I gotta go. Okay, if you fall... The nice thing in this game is if you fall a very long distance, you don't die. You will drop to 1 hit point, but you will not die from fall damage. Now, if you get to the bottom of your fall, and there's a monster at the bottom, you know, you're going to die very quickly because he's going to nuke you with your 1 whole hit point. But if there's nothing around, you don't have to worry about it. Western front clear. Eastern front clear. Have a twilight pretzel. For me? From Papa Shan? A twilight pretzel? My favorite. How did he know? Can't fight on an empty stomach now, can I? Actually, I can't fight on any stomach. I suppose you could say I have no stomach for fighting. I have a feeling that my next pugilist quest probably send me to Western Thanalan, so I'm going to turn that in before I go out to Western Thanalan. That is somebody who is actually doing botany. You can tell because they got this swirling halo of lights around them, and their class icon is botanist one. Gathering is a really handy skill to have. 12 save me, scorching days, freezing nights. This post will be the end of me. A twilight pretzel? Don't mind if I do. Ah, now that's a refreshing goddamn pretzel. I feel reborn. Okay. Glad we made their day. Don't forget you can sprint to go faster. Unfortunately, despite having things like, mounts, I can't use them yet. Oh, I clicked that too fast. You've returned, and with a deal fewer pretzels I see. Tell me, how fare Sultan Sworn and sentries? Did they have anything to report? Anything at all? What? Nothing? Are you sure? Oh dear. Take this for your troubles then, and stay a moment. There's more I would ask of you. Great. Well, I'm going to take this bone horror, because I can use it. Roll action. Second wind. Roll actions are spells and weapon skills that are assigned to all the classes within a roll: tank, melee DPS, range DPS, healer, rather than a specific class. Roll actions are learned in the same manner as class actions via leveling, but only need to be learned once to be able to use them with all participating classes within a roll. The roll action has been added to action and trait found under character in the main menu. Selecting it will display the roll action you have learned. Okay, I like to have these on my bar too, but I put them in a very specific spot. Second wind is a kind of self-heal. Instantly restores your own HP. Have that on your bar handy, please. The other thing you want to have on your bar, while I'm thinking about it. P's are actions and traits. Okay. Go to general. See this thing called limit break? Let's put that on our bar. I usually put it in the third row down and over to the right here. You could put some of these on your bar if you want. I have sprint on my bar. I have return on a bar way off to the side, but limit break you will use. And as a melee DPS, you definitely want to use it. You will be asked to do the melee or the limit break on a dungeon boss when it gets down to about 20% health or less, and if the limit break bar is filled. You'll see what I mean when we go into a dungeon sometime. Won't be for a while yet. But just have it on your bar so you don't forget to put it there. Gav, I have just this moment. No. The time for concealment has passed. The truth is, even before I had you deliver these pretzels, I was privy to some most unsettling news. Which is the real reason I sent you to meet those Sultan Sworn. Bashan is in dire need of your assistance. A young noblewoman from a very prestigious family has run away from home, and I have been ordered to see to her safe return. Sultan Sworn you met earlier are assisting with the search. Alas, it seems they have found no trace of her. I apologize for not being frank with you from the start, but we must proceed with caution. Should word of her disappearance spread, I fear others with less honorable motives may join the hunt. And should we allow her to come to any harm, not even 100 beheadings would be punishment enough. This cannot happen, Gav. It must not. I need you to help me find her. All right, we say yes. Praise the 12. I knew I could count on you. I've instructed the others to expand the search, but Thanalan is vast and there are only so many of us. The young noble woman's name is Lady Lilira. I want you to go south and look for her in the vicinity of the Sultan Tree. Good luck. I actually want to go turn in some of this stuff first, especially my pugilist one. Alright, so we're going to return. Because I got a feeling I'm going to have to do some things with pugilist quest in that same general vicinity. Church Guild, we're going to turn that in. The blood, have you brought it? Yes, yes we have. Yes, this sure served nicely. By virtue of your toil, I am one step closer to the publishing the many breaths of Thanalan. Thank you. Take this as recompense. Go now, and may the traitors smile upon you. All right. My cat just jumped on my desk. My cat who wants to eat my pizza. We could do the hempen hat, but I'm a disciple of war, so I want to do that. I'm not going to equip it yet because I want the XP buff from the item, the little hat I have on now. No. Stay out of there. All right, I can go back to turn all these in. Gonna talk to Jajakuda. Back already, are you? Well, let's see what you've brought. Shrew pelts. Exceptional. These are fine shrew pelts indeed. Well done, my friend. The Pugilist Guild is among my largest clients. I fear what would have come to pass had this order been delayed any longer. Take this. You've more than earned it. Excuse me. Complete. All right. Ah, you're back and none the worse for the exertion. Youthful vigor is a truly blessed thing. You've gotten off to a fine start, son. To help you on your way, I want you to have this hunting log. Within, you'll find the names of various creatures, opponents that you might hone your skills against. If you want to become strong, you mustn't neglect your training. Indeed, a pugilist is only as good as the number of strikes he's dealt. Get out there, Gav, and let your fist fly. When the time is ripe, I'll teach you something new. There's no limit to the potential of youth. I look forward to seeing you come into your own. Haha. Next pugilist quest will be available from Hammond upon reaching level 5. This is some more food. Hunting logs, a record of your completion of tasks involved in slaying certain creatures. By completing these tasks, you will earn rewards and unlock new challenges. Log can be accessed under the logs found in the main menu or by pressing H on your keyboard. Once the log is open, select a class and difficulty to show the available challenges for that rank. Each challenge is marked with a class name and number, such as Lancer 01. Below that name and number, you will find the target as well as how many of the target you must defeat. Hovering over the target name will display one of the areas in which the target can be located. Targets indicated in your hunting log will have a special icon above their display name, making it easier to locate the creatures. They look like little sideways crescent moons, double crescent moon. Guildmaster Hammond wishes you to learn the basics of combinations. You've been training hard, Gav. I can tell by the lightness of your steps and the strength in your fist. I reckon you're ready for the next lesson. Before we begin, some warming up's in order. For this, I've scattered some gil around Ul'dah. I want you to run around the city and pick it all up. Now, that's my money lying out there, so I want you to go about it like there's an Amalja war band on your heels. In other words, I want you to sprint. Of course, you can't go on sprinting indefinitely. Your body needs to rest a while between each burst of speed. This may sound elementary, but I'm telling you this to demonstrate a point. As a pugilist, it's essential that you learn to pace yourself in a fight. Else you're liable to get worn out, and when that happens, the fight's as good as over, and you'll be sorry if you had bet on yourself. Pick up scattered gil. Okay, I see, there's one. Oh, there's another one. That's good. By the girls, of course. So he went to see the girls. Then he went and got some ale. All right. Yeah, medicine for the sick? We're not fools, boy. We knew full well what that bastard Aylwin is up to. But we'll accept his medicine nonetheless. Look at us. Beggars can't be choosers. Might be as it's a mere experiment to him, but to us it's a matter of life and death. We've got to choose between this bastard's swill and nothing at all. Is it really a choice? Alright, Landibert wishes to offer you a small token of his gratitude. You've come here by choice, and few are still bearing medicine. Your kindness shouldn't go unrewarded. This vase is important to us, but I want you to have it. It's just some old pottery, I know, but it might be valued by collectors of cultural artifacts. There are men here who are willing to pay good coin for such objects. If you go to the Sapphire Avenue Exchange, chances are you'll find one of them. Welcome, welcome. What might a discerning gentleman like yourself be looking for today? Permit me to examine this vase of yours. I hope you did not spend too much coin on this trash. A flood of like items brought in by refugees has destroyed what demand once existed. Markets are fickle, my friend. If you lose sight of current trends, you stand to lose everything, as I once did. Market wards once bore my name until fate and hubris reduced me to this. For your sake, I pray that you do not have to learn this lesson the same way I did. Alright. Now we gotta go back to over by the Thaumaturge Guild. Which is where I last saw the gold. There's some more faded gil. Threw some in the fountain. And then he clearly got something for what ailed him. Hihito has a quest for us. Has enough of her husband's poor work ethic and needs someone to whip him into shape. Okay. Unholy matrimony. How can the ossuary demand such exorbitant contributions every single moon? It's outrageous, I tell you. Don't they understand that a woman has needs? How do they expect me to pay for rouge and sunsilk dresses and feed my marmot? Oh, if only I'd had the foresight to marry a more ambitious man. This is all his fault. If he just worked harder and showed some initiative, surely he might be rewarded, maybe even promoted. Things don't improve and it won't be long before I join the beggars in Pearl Lane. Save me from this cruel fate, I beg of you. Speak with my husband, Bobo Nima, and find some way to motivate him. You should find him at the Coliseum entrance wearing one of those ridiculous outfits. Well, this should be entertaining. Think. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, he's down there for sure. I am Boponima. Congratulations, you found the world's worst husband. That is, if you believe that harpy I have for a wife. She never cooks, she never cleans, she just gallivants around spending my hard-earned money, and now I see she's speaking ill of me to bloody strangers. Clearly they need some counseling. Well, if you're hell's bent on meddling in my affairs, you can assist me by taking some of these Friends of the Fair flyers and posting them on the walls inside the Coliseum. Got a long night ahead of me standing out here, so I won't be getting to you anytime soon. When you finish, go and tell Woken at the Gladiators Guild. He should give you something for your trouble. Key items can be used on targets by first right-clicking on the target, then right-clicking the appropriate icon from the key items window and selecting Use. Come fight on the blood sands. Okay. Helping Bobanima, well, ain't that charitable of you. Franz has gotten pretty popular of late, and his fans keep stealing these flyers and taking them home as souvenirs. Ah, so you've met Bobanima's wife. Now I understand. Sorry to hear you got caught up in all that. If you ask me, they're made for one another. Not that it's my place to judge mine. Any road, we appreciate your help. Deliver the gill to Hammond. I don't want to go upstairs. You know what? We're just going to go to the Aetheryte Plaza. Probably going to be faster that way. Here we go back to the Pugilist Guild. That's my money lying out there, son. I'd think you to hurry and pick it all up before some vulture swoops on it. There we go, we got him. 500! Yo, crikey, this is good for a week's worth of, I mean, well done, Gav. Now that you're all warmed up, we can see to your lesson, trial to be precise. Take yourself to Scorpion Crossing in Western Thanalan. There you'll find 4 large stones, trial stones they're called. I want you to deal each of these stones a solid boot-shine combo. The impact will rouse the earth sprites that sleep within, you must then defeat. If you find yourself hard-pressed, there's no shame in running away. You're still learning the ropes after all. Once you've gotten your wind back, you can hurl yourself into the fray again. Remember this, strikes bring down opponents, but it's your footwork that keeps you standing. Now off you go, Gav, and good luck. We're going to go to the Western Thanalan Gate. Central, Western. You know, you can see these marmots, right? They got the double crescent on them, so that means they're part of our hunting log. You can see they have yellow dots in the little mini-map, too. That's kind of nifty. Okay, that means, these are quests. You can see the, moving lines around the skill. That means it's procced. Proc means programmed random occurrence. Although I don't think that's the case here. But that's what it actually means. I'm gonna kill these cactuars while we're here, because getting kind of close to level. Ooh, I need to eat food. Lost out on 3% XP. See our trial stone here. You can see the hammerbeak is still neutral right there. Not going to attack me. That one will. You can see this icon means he's going to aggro on me if I get too close. Bait system, I don't want to do that. I'm not quite Fate is short for full active time event. They're usually about 15 minutes long. The type of fate in progress can be determined by the map icon. Mousing over the icon will display the fate title. You'll automatically join a fate the moment you cross the event threshold. At the time, fate title, objectives, and time remaining will appear in your duty list.
Okay.
If you're several levels higher than the recommended level, a level sync button will appear in your duty. Press the button to automatically lower your level so that you may participate and receive rewards. Okay. I'm still below level for it, so I'm not going to participate in it. Use boot shine on the stones. You know, I could have equipped this bone horror. But I didn't. Okay. I am going to hold off on searching for a lily rod near the sultan tree because I know that's going to trigger a cutscene. Alright. Report to Hammond. I'm going to return. And here we go. Thank God for sprint. Hammond. So you've given the Earth Sprites what for? Well done, Gav. By smiting stone and earth, you've forged unyielding weapons of your fist. You're nigh endless fount of vigor, Gav. Aye, just like myself in my younger days. Chuchudo. This must be the promising recruit you've been telling me about. Well, of course he's promising. He's training under Hammond Holdings. That's our Master Hammond. Yeah, I don't believe I've introduced my assistant yet. This is Chuchudo. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. As introduced, I serve as Master Hammond's right hand, though there's still much and more I have yet to learn. Together, let us strive for mastery of our art. Chuchudo joined the guild soon after I was made its master. She's my very first student, as a matter of fact. Well, there was one other to be sure, but let's not dwell on the past, Master. It was Gav's brighter future we were discussing. Which reminds me, did you collect my gil from him? My gear is rather worn down and I need the money for repairs. Yes, Gav's future with us is bright indeed. If he keeps up his efforts, he may well become the next Holy Fist. I'd laugh. Train hard, young one, and grow strong. When the time's ripe, I'll have another little lesson for you. Ha ha ha. Let's see. We got boots. Got an eye patch. Don't have gloves yet, but that's okay. I'm going to take the custom-made shirt. It's level 6, even though it's bright pink. Okay. That's okay. Gav will look great in anything. Right, let's reassign gear. Oh, dear God. I'm going to save that. Put it in my armory chest so I don't accidentally sell it. Now, I've got the bone horror here already equipped, so I can sell this other one. Go to Gladiators Guild. You see some of these people have just really, really fancy weapons on. It just looks so cool. Nope. Back in one piece, are you? It's about bloody time. I admit you look as you've just picked up a sword yesterday, but you handle yourself well enough, I'll give you that. And here, I'll give you this as well. It ain't worth a night in Ul'dah's find this pillow house, but I'm sure you'll find a use for it. Alright, good thing I got the shirt and not the gloves, because I forgot these were the quest reward. Alright, good. I need to equip that. Alright, excellent. I got my full set of item level 5 gear, because I know I'm going to need that for a quest in the not too distant future. Okay. I'm actually going to go out to Central Thanalan because I'm pretty sure... Don't want to do that one. Pretty sure I got some things out here to kill. Ah. Probably need 1 or 2 more of these. Let's kill some Oribons, because I know I'm getting close to 10. Yes, I can take the next. Next job quest. Thank you very much. Now let's do these snapping shrews while we're out here. I figured there'd be some of those. Alright, we're gonna go pick up the next quest, and then we will end it, because Mama cat gamer needs to get up and move around a little bit. Oh. Chocobo Keep. You always want to, anytime you see this icon over at Chocobo Keep, you definitely want to go check it, because that unlocks it. Well met, traveler. Might I introduce you into Chocobo Porter? Ah, do not tell me this is your first time to this stop. I shall update my register with your name, so that you may access this location in the future. Hire a Chocobo Porter. Porters are similar to rental chocobos in that they can be hired to carry you quickly to various destinations, the difference being you cannot control these birds and that they will not stop until they have arrived at your destination. On the other hand, porters are trained to take the safest route, meaning they will never be attacked while in transit. So basically you can just sit back and let it do its thing. It'll auto-trance you. That can be cheaper than traveling from aetherite to aetherite, okay, because these will take you from place to place. They can also take you to places that don't have aetherites. So you definitely want to pick up the Chocobo Porters, because sometimes it's just easier to just hop on and let it do its thing, so you don't have to run through God and everything getting aggroed. I thought I saw a quest there. Burning up the quarter malm. Oh, that would be the one I need. There's a couple in quicksands too, okay. I'm gonna pick up this one, then we're gonna pick up 2 in quicksands, and then I think we'll call it a night. Gonna be a good place to log out. Alright. Guildmaster Hammond wishes you to build upon your knowledge of combinations. Ah, there you are, Gav. I see you've been training as hard as ever. Aye, your eyes are starting to give you the sharpness of a predator about them. Last time you learned the basics of combinations. Today I would have you build on that knowledge. I've set up 5 wooden dummies outside the guild along the merchant strip. By way of warm-up, I want you to deal each a solid boot-shine combo. Oh, and don't mind the townsfolk gathered to watch. You know, I may just go ahead and do this one. Okay, I gotta... Not sure why I had to do that, but okay. So the wooden dummies have felt your wrath good. Now we can move on to your lesson. When you first came to us, I taught you that combinations make a pugilist. What you need to know next is that not any hodgepodge of skills or strikes makes a combination. There's an order to things, a natural flow from one technique to another. Today I would have you practice this on one of the most elementary combinations in a pugilist's arsenal. It goes like this. Lead in with a swift boot-shine combo. Keep your foe off balance with a true strike, then bring it home with a blistering snap punch. With practice, combinations such as this will become second nature. They must if you expect to become an accomplished pugilist. Now you'll need some opponents to practice on. The Quaikern that infests the rat's nest in central Thanalan ought to serve. Hit them with snap punch 3 times and we'll call it a lesson well learned. Alright, well, we're not going to do that tonight. Let's, over to the, quicksand. I saw a few quests available. I'm not seeing any in any other location. So that's good. Okay. All right, Kekizani has something for us. Kekizani's shirking tuning could do with a wake-up call. Sure, darling, you can come for a ride. Oh my god. These people are horny in Ul'dah. Jeez. Where am I? Who's you? And more importantly, where'd she go? Oh, bugger. Did my shift start already? Oh, hell's with it. I'm bleeding exhausted anyway. Mind taking this to Giganasu at the dispatch yard outside the city? He'll probably give you something for your trouble. O'Toolf. Ul'dah finds himself at a loss after realizing the package he carries is not his own. Man, pray let me catch my breath. Went all the way to Scorpion Crossing for a package, but only just now realized I've returned with the wrong one. The way back is so far. I simply can't. Would you make the trip in my stead? I'm sure some poor soul at Scorpion Crossing is missing this package. I haven't the breath left to tell you the way. Go and see Mimishu. Hyperventilate, just talking to him, for God's sake. All right, let's go advance the quest, and then we'll come back here and log out in the quicksand for the night. Looks like our storms have calmed down for the night, thank goodness. Scorpion Crossing. The way couldn't be simpler. Pass through the gate and head west till you come upon it. Delivering a package, are you? In that case, you'll want to speak to Oswell when you arrive. All right. I am actually going to go to Sapphire Avenue Exchange. I'm going to buy some level 10 pants, actually. Independent Merchant. Oh, that's for dyes. Dyes and dark matter. Dark matter is used to repair yourself once you get high enough crafting rank. Okay, Disciple of Arms. Ooh, I want to buy these. I'm gonna sell all this stuff. Not worth much, but, you know. Let's see. Having your weapons upgraded will help you more than anything else, so you want to keep those within about 5 levels, ideally. Armor for DPS can be within about 10 levels of where you're at. So if you're level 15, you want to have at least level 5 on. Hanks, it's a little trickier. You want to be within about 5 levels. So if you're level 15, you want to have level 10 gear or better. But I do want the pants. I look very colorful. Okay. Yay. All right, let's go to the Adventurers Guild. I'm not going to buy much because as soon as I get up to about level 14, which is not, will come very quickly, I will be going to the smith. Good morrow to you, adventurer. Do you seek lodging at the Hourglass? Pardon me, but what was your name again? Gavtia? Heard nothing from Mistress Momodi about this. Alas, without her express permission, I cannot permit you to stay. Oh. That's depressing. Well, we're going to log out here anyway. All right. So I hope you've enjoyed your little trip through Ul'dah and into the central and western Thanalan areas. That gets us started very quickly. That's an efficient way to go about doing these very early starter quests to try and get you through the earliest quest for fetching items. Fetch quests, that's what I'm trying to say. Fetch quests as quickly as possible so you can advance through the story more quickly. Alright, so I hope you have a great night, cats and kittens. It's Mama Cat signing out. Have a wonderful night.